2024 has delivered some fantastic action movies, even without the usual heavy hitters like John Wick, Mission Impossible, and James Bond. From thrilling international hits to big-budget blockbusters and standout indie films, the lineup this year has been nothing short of impressive. Narrowing it down wasn't easy, but we've got you covered. In this video, we're sharing 14 action-packed movies that'll keep you hooked from start to finish. Let's get started. The Shadow Strays.
Kita datang untuk menetralisir, bukan untuk menolong atau bernegosiasi.
The Shadow Strays is an Indonesian action film directed by Timo Tjahjanto, delivering thrilling entertainment akin to John Wick and The Equalizer. The story follows 13, a 17-year-old assassin with a mysterious past who works for a secretive organization. Her quiet life is disrupted when she befriends Manji, a boy whose mother is murdered by a violent pimp. 13 soon discovers that the murder is connected to a larger criminal network, which includes a corrupt nightclub owner and his politician father.
13.
Moved by Manji's plight, she decides to protect him, setting the stage for a violent showdown with the criminals. The action sequences are intense, featuring thrilling fight scenes that maintain a non-stop pace of violence and bloodshed. Timo Tjahjanto's direction and Muhammad Irfan's choreography shine in this dazzling display of creativity, energy, and sheer brutality. The Beekeeper.
We have to kill him before he kills his way to the top.
The Beekeeper is a high-action thriller directed by David Ayer and starring Jason Statham. The movie follows the story of Adam Clay, a former member of a secret group called the Beekeepers, when his landlady, Eloise Parker, falls victim to a phishing scam that results in her losing over $2 million from a charity fund she manages, leading her to commit suicide. Adam sets out for revenge. In his quest for justice, he contacts the Beekeepers to track down the scammers, which leads to a violent confrontation and a series of events that reveal a conspiracy at the highest levels.
This is much bigger than a little phishing scam.
The film boasts some amazing fight scenes, showcasing Jason Statham's impressive action skills. However, the plot may fall slightly short in terms of originality compared to some of Statham's previous films, but it still offers sheer non-stop action entertainment with a good plot line that's worth watching. Land of Bad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Land of Bad may not have received the attention it deserved at the box office, but it's a hidden gem for action thriller fans. This no-nonsense military film combines nostalgia with intense action, keeping viewers engaged throughout its entire runtime. Set in the South Philippines, the story follows a U.S. Army Delta Force team led by Officer Kinney, Liam Hemsworth, as they are ambushed during a covert Special Forces mission. Their only hope lies with Air Force drone pilot Reaper, Russell Crowe, who provides crucial air support. Over a brutal 48-hour battle for survival, Kinney and his team face impossible odds deep in enemy territory. Both Liam Hemsworth and Russell Crowe deliver standout performances. The film packs plenty of action, tension, and emotional weight, showcasing the brutal realities of combat while maintaining its characters' depth.
Our priority is protecting the men and women
The high-intensity shootout sequences and fast-paced narrative keep you on the edge of your seat, delivering a truly compelling action experience. Despite its strengths, Land of Bad could have benefited from a more fitting title and stronger marketing to reach a wider audience. Nonetheless, it's a solid choice for fans who appreciate gritty, straightforward military thrillers. Gladiator 2.
So do emperors. This is war! Real war!
Ridley Scott returns to ancient Rome with Gladiator 2 over 2 decades after the original. The movie is visually stunning, with lavish recreations of Rome and epic Colosseum battles, but it struggles to escape the shadow of its predecessor. Paul Mescal takes on the role of Lucius, Maximus's successor. While his performance is earnest, it doesn't carry the commanding presence Russell Crowe brought to Maximus. Denzel Washington delivers a strong, albeit polarizing, turn as the antagonist, adding intrigue but not enough menace. The story leans heavily on nostalgia, packed with callbacks and mirrored arcs, but critics argue it feels more like a rehash than a fresh take.
They're always against me.
The Colosseum sequences are thrilling and loaded with spectacle, featuring clashes with CGI-enhanced animals like rhinos and baboons, along with gritty gladiatorial combat. While the action is undeniably impressive, some fans feel the heavy use of CGI takes away the raw, grounded intensity that made the original unforgettable. Monkey Man.
Just one small ember can burn down everything.
Make them remember your name.
Dev Patel's Monkey Man is a real hidden gem for action lovers in 2024. This one's all about gritty, relentless action set against the backdrop of India's chaotic streets, with Patel playing a former convict on a revenge spree. Now, what's interesting here is how Monkey Man feels like a mix of traditional superhero grit and classic revenge. Patel's character is raw, flawed, and driven by a sense of justice. The action? Well, let's just say it doesn't hold back. Every fight scene is as intense and unfiltered as it gets, with shaky cam adding a bit of chaos, though it's not for everyone. And the soundtrack? It pulses through the scenes, amplifying every punch. If you're into movies that take a fresh, grounded spin on vengeance and pack a solid punch, Monkey Man might just surprise you. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Bad Boys. Ride or Die is an adrenaline-packed continuation of the iconic buddy cop franchise, blending action, humor, and Miami's neon vibes. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence return as the unforgettable duo, Mike and Marcus, diving deep into a dangerous mission to clear the name of their late captain, now accused of cartel ties. This film throws them into relentless shootouts, pulse-pounding chase scenes, and an investigation that tests their loyalty and survival instincts.
Nasty Mike! Oh, chitty chitty bang bang, motherfucker!
While some action scenes bring a John Wick intensity with drone shots and clever first-person POVs, the classic Bad Boys humor and chemistry keep it light. Fans will love the callbacks to earlier films, hilarious banter, and fun cameos, making this a high-energy, pure popcorn flick, perfect for a night of laughter and thrills. Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In. Next on our list is Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In, an action-packed epic that pays tribute to Hong Kong's legendary martial arts cinema. Set in the gritty chaos of the Kowloon walled city, this film brings the City of Darkness comic to life. It follows Chan Lok Kwun, a scrappy newcomer navigating a world of crime, loyalty, and survival, with Louis Koo, Raymond Lam, and Sammo Hung leading the cast. The movie delivers heart-pounding action and a nostalgic nod to the genre's golden era. The meticulously recreated walled city is a visual marvel, and the fight choreography is electrifying. While the plot occasionally dips into familiar territory, the film's raw energy, camaraderie, and stunning set design pull you in. More than just a martial arts movie, it's a celebration of brotherhood, resilience, and the spirit of classic Hong Kong filmmaking. Civil War.
With liberty and justice for all.
Civil War is not just an action movie, it's a thought-provoking look at a modern-day civil war in the US, directed by Alex Garland. The film follows a team of journalists traveling across a nation consumed by a rapidly escalating civil war, set in a near-future America, where the government has devolved into a dystopian dictatorship and partisan extremist militias commit routine atrocities. The movie captures their fight for survival. Civil War delivers a powerful anti-war message without relying on excessive gore or violence, skillfully portraying the dehumanizing effects of conflict. Deadpool and Wolverine
action sequence. Who knows if you live or die?
Deadpool and Wolverine is one of the year's biggest hits that firmly re-established Marvel's dominance at the box office. Directed by Shawn Levy and starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, this is the 34th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the 11th in the franchise to cross the $1 billion mark. Set 6 years after Deadpool 2, Wade Wilson has stepped away from his mercenary days. However, the Time Variance Authority pulls him back in for a mission that could reshape the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Reluctantly teaming up with Wolverine, the two anti-heroes are faced with an existential threat to their universe.
Are you ready? Fuck yeah, I'm ready. I'm the Wolverine.
Their target, Cassandra Nova, the evil twin sister of Professor X. With Deadpool's signature humor and brutal action, combined with Wolverine's brooding intensity, this R-rated blockbuster delivers everything fans love while integrating Wolverine into the MCU for the first time. Boy Kills World. Boy Kills World is a dystopian action film about a deaf and mute young man known as Boy who seeks revenge for his family's murder. Living in a totalitarian kingdom ruled by Hilda van der Kooi, Boy witnesses his family's execution during the culling, a public execution ritual. Rescued and trained by a mysterious shaman, Boy becomes a ruthless warrior. Despite the trauma and challenges, Boy is determined to fulfill his mission, to kill Hilda van der Kooi.
Run time!
If you're bored with the same plot lines and tropes of every revenge film, this one is for you. Similar to our pick, Monkey Man, the plot of this movie is fun and mostly progresses through non-stop action sequences. The action is creative, funny, and gory. Rebel Ridge.
It's gotten out of hand. People getting hurt now.
Rebel Ridge is one of 2024's smartest, most intense action thrillers, and a must-watch for anyone who loves gritty crime stories. Directed by Jeremy Saulnier, this film dives into the murky waters of small-town corruption and abuses of power, following Terry, played Aaron Pierre, a Marine veteran who faces off against a brutal local police force. It's packed with raw tension, building slowly until it erupts in moments of carefully executed action.
End up on top, but they don't get any walkouts.
Suspect is armed. He goes down.
But this isn't just a shoot-'em-up thriller. Saulnier turns the lens on the flaws of the justice system itself, revealing how it shields bad actors and oppresses those without power. The film's sharp dialogue, powerful themes, and Pierre's unforgettable performance make Rebel Ridge stand out as a thriller that challenges as much as it entertains. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is a unique mix of action, comedy, and war. Directed by Guy Ritchie. Set in World War II, it follows a squad of tough-as-nails misfits assigned to covert missions behind enemy lines. Loosely inspired by real-life British special operations, the story amps up the action with Ritchie's trademark style, intense shootouts, edgy banter, and a lot of swagger. Led by Henry Cavill, the cast dives into chaotic Nazi takedowns with a sense of dark humor that makes the film feel like a gritty yet entertaining action romp.
You and your operation are reckless. Abort this mission now.
Sure, it's not a hardcore historical flick, but if you're into stylized action and don't mind a little creative license with history, this movie is definitely worth a watch. It's all about big personalities, high-stakes missions, and explosive action. Perfect for anyone who loves an unapologetically fun war film. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga is a 2024 epic action spectacle directed by George Miller. This film not only honors its predecessors, but also stands on its own as a monumental achievement in cinema. The prequel delves into the origin story of the renegade warrior Furiosa before her encounter and team-up with Mad Max. The film follows young Furiosa as she is taken from the green place of many mothers into the hands of a biker horde led by the warlord Dementus.
Where are you going? Sorry, full of hope. There is no hope.
Amidst a world in chaos, she must navigate through trials and tribulations, including encounters with the tyrants Dementus and Immortan Joe, as she strives to find her way back home. Furiosa is a modern action classic that deserves all the praise it has received. It is an absolute thrill ride, featuring jaw-dropping action, a kick-ass female lead, and visuals that will leave you breathless. Dune Part 2.
Prophecy is how they enslave us!
Dune Part Part 2 isn't just a hit, it's one of the highest grossing films of 2024. It takes everything great about the first movie and cranks it up with more action, intensity, and epic moments. This chapter picks up with Paul Atreides teaming up with Chani and the Fremen, seeking revenge on the forces that tore his family apart. As Paul steps into his role as Muad'Dib, the battle against House Harkonnen for control of Arrakis heats up.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
The film leans fully into the darker tone of the original story, pulling you into a gripping, immersive experience. Whether you're a fan of the first film or diving in for the first time, Dune. Part 2 is a cinematic masterpiece you don't want to miss.